to the supermarket soon. I can't believe it's only 9:40, 10 a.m. I guess I've been up for a while. It feels like later, and I feel like I just want to like start doing things. I've already done my dailies on Neopets. And I'm looking for clothes right now, but there's something that I want to buy. Oh, actually, this is kind of cute. Okay, I'm gonna try and buy this. Gonna haggle this down. Girl, I'm not paying more than $3.15. Silence. Okay, got it for $3.30. Good enough, I suppose. I gotta go shopping. I gotta draw. Drawing has been kind of weird. I just don't feel like it. I didn't really record it, but I had a art fair that I was part of organizing last week, so I'm kind of tired from that. That was pretty cool. I've been like not recording a bunch of stuff. It's like really hard for me to like split my mind and like be present and also recording. I kind of find like a struggle to do that. So I've been opting to like be present, but I need to figure out a way to like there's dogs fighting outside. I need to find a way to be present and also make content at the same time. And I guess I have to think about it not as like content, but more of like just like memory capturing. I kind of have a hard time with that. I kind of feel like, I don't know, like, not that people will think that I'm weird, but that I'm like trying to make the situation super idealistic so it's like recordable and contentable. And that makes me like fake because I'm trying to be like this production version of everything, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. So I need to get ready now. I love pigeons, you know, they're just like little guys. A lot of people don't like them, especially in New York City. A lot of people treat them like pests, sorry. And I feel like it's so wrong. It really upsets me. I like all the birds in the city, but I especially like pigeons. I think they're so cute. A lot of people don't realize that they're a form of dove. Although that doesn't matter, all birds and animals should get respect whether or not they're like a respectable species or like type. breed of bird. I'm not really sure what the specification for that is. Genius? I don't know. But people will like hear that they're a form of dove and automatically that gives them like more like likability. But I think that's so wrong. They're so sweet, they're cute, they mind their own business, they're just trying to live, they're very intelligent, they're a really unique bird too. They're just trying to like live their best life and they're very cute. And yeah, this is my ode to pigeons. There's really so much wildlife, even in New York City. There's so many birds and raccoons and opossums and turkeys in some places and squirrels and chipmunks and mice and so much cute stuff, like, and they find a way, like nature always finds a way to keep going, you know. Pigeons deserve better. Like, when did people start hating them? I saw like a little like comic about that, and it's like, you know, pigeon, he's like eating garbage, and you know, like the caption is like, I wonder when people started to hate us. And that's so true. Like, I don't know, people are just so busy living their lives thinking that they're so elite and like humans are better than every other species, and that's just so wrong. Like, we're all here living, trying to do the best with our lives, the best with our intelligence level. And they're not hurting anybody. They're not purposely hurting anybody. Like, humans purposely hurt, torture, make fun of other humans, other species. But the animals don't really do that, you know? Like, pigeons are not purposely trying to, like, you know, poop on your car or whatever, you know? It's just not at their intelligence level. And I wish people would be nicer to them. Yeah. I feel like stopping reels and kind of like Instagram is kind of difficult because I think you probably hear my laptop. Let me close that screen so the fan stops fanning. It kind of sucks because it's like a trap. It's like it's kind of weird. Like, I feel like my existence as an artist is so like intertwined with being online and social media and Instagram, and it's just so aggravating. It's like, you know, maybe I'm just not like not seeing the people who are saying this, but I feel like I watch so many videos that talk about how getting off of Reels and off of TikTok, I'm not on TikTok, but I'm on Instagram, but how getting off of Reels and TikTok and sometimes YouTube, and just usually it's about like, you know, Instagram and Twitter. Getting off of them is like so good for your mental health, and taking that space away is so good for you, and blah 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 blah. But I rarely hear the perspective of like people who need to be on there, and like criticism on the culture. It's not really like the culture, criticism on like the economy of making art right now, that if I'm not on Instagram and I'm not making reels specifically, but I'm not like posting, making art, that my career will suffer. And I understand that they're, you know, the majority of artists out there are probably like having art jobs or whatever, residencies, or they're animators working in an animation company. I don't really know about the work industry for artists because I have never been part of like working artists, so I don't know anything about that. But people who are doing freelance, I guess I'm doing like freelance, people who are doing like social media art careers, granted, need to be on social media. And I find really that there's not a lot of people talking about how to balance that aspect. Like, it's just like, okay, then stay off Instagram until you need to make a post. But how can I like do trend studies and look for audios that I want to use for my reels without being on the app watching other people's reels? Like, sometimes I find myself going on Instagram and I want to like post content or like make content in a little bit, so I do like a little bit of research, and I'm just like scrolling reels for like an hour just trying to find like audios that I like, or get ideas of what type of other videos are like popular, or other artists are making right now. And I don't know how to like navigate being an artist, being my boss, being my social media manager, being my like statistics study or whatever. Like, I'm doing everything. And that's not a problem because, you know, I could just go get a real job and I wouldn't have to do this. You know, everybody needs to work and do something, yeah. But like, I have to suffer the toxicity of like being perpetually online, and it has like the negative effects on my artwork. I've been trying to draw, and this is all that's been happening. Like, I spent an hour this morning playing Neopets, and I felt that there was way more, even though it was such like a time waster. I was like, I'm happier doing this than I am scrolling on Instagram Reels. And there's like this weird, really like messed up point of view that I have that's like, being on Reels and watching Reels is like productive, and it's like skewed my perspective so awfully. It's like scrolling through the videos and doing my research and stuff is like, somehow my mind has made it into like a productive thing, although it is not productive, and I still don't feel good after doing it. So there's like something so wicked about centering your job around social media. And I know it's my choice. Like, I'm not trying to make it sound like I didn't choose to do this, because I am kind of choosing to do this for one reason or another. But it just sucks. Like, there's no way of getting around that. It just sucks. There's no way to really make it better. There's no way to make like a healthy social media, because the whole point of social media, or why it works so well for artists or people trying to share things, is that people need to be on it, and people need to be looking at a lot of stuff all the time in order for them to find you. So it's like, I hate it, but it's really helpful, but it's broken at the same time. It's such a weird thing. Like, I don't know. There's no way to have like a better alternative. I guess maybe there is. I feel like the introduction. I remember like first joining Instagram when I was like 12 or sorry about that. I remember first joining Instagram and begging my mom to join when I was like 10 or 11, and it was just about pictures at that time. And for a while it was just about pictures, and then like Musical.ly came out, and then like TikTok was birthed from that, and then Instagram started, and then everybody started introducing like short form content videos, and I feel like everything just went downhill from there. Like, I'm an artist. Sure, I do make long form content and I do make short form content, and I like doing it, but I don't like being forced to do it. Instagram was always a picture app, and art is pictures. Art comes in different forms, but for like art like, you know, like drawing and paintings type of art, first and foremost, we're making pictures, not videos. And the fact that there is not a platform that's really just for pictures anymore, and you can't succeed off of pictures, is a problem ultimately. Like, I don't mind doing it, but the fact that I'm being forced to do it to succeed is the problem, you know? I don't know, man. It's rough out here. Things are always changing, but I feel like things are always changing for the worst. It's really, like, you know, easy to have like a nostalgia trip and like look back and like be like, oh, everything was better then, but things did suck then too. It just felt like less things sucked. People cared more. Like, the people making content like cared more. Now it's just like outsourced, like a bunch of people who have shit opinions. I don't know, maybe I'm just like being presumptuous, but it can't help but feel that way, you know? Yeah.